Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tim, and today we're replacing a cooling fan relay on this 2008 Lincoln MKX. It's not a normal relay. Normally the cooling fan relays will look like this, and all you have to do is pull them out and put a new one in. Unfortunately, that's not how this one works. This one has a coolant fan relay. It's more like a cooling fan module. It's right here, down below the air box. It's held in by one screw, and there's two plugs on it. I've already got one plug unplugged right there, but you have to get down so you can get that screw out. So we've got to take out the air box and these connectors here in the bottom of the air box so we can get at the bolt that holds this on. Now, I already have this plug unplugged. It's right here. And you have to get this plug unplugged. It squeezes from the back side and then pops out. And then the bolt that holds it in is right underneath that plug. And it is a Phillips screw that holds it in. Then you just lift it up, pull it out, and there it is. So here's the new one. Installation is exactly the reverse. Slide it in, put it down, put the screw in, and then put all those other things back in. It's only, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9 screws, or I don't even think it's that, but pretty quick. So we'll get this one put back in. So why am I replacing it, or how did I know that that's what the problem was? The cooling fan wasn't running. It sat in a parking lot and it overheated and the coolant bubbled out. Running a scan tool, it said that the coolant fan circuit was not working. So you go here and you check this fuse right here. The fuse checked out good. So maybe it's the relay. So then I looked at the book and tried to figure out which one of these relays was the cooling fan. None of them are a cooling fan relay. You also have smaller relays in here. A little more research found out that this is the relay. So took this plug off, ran power and ground to these two wires, black and red. Cooling fan runs fine. With the scan tool, I couldn't turn on the cooling fan. On this side, it has power supply, and it had control, and it has ground. So I got power and ground coming in, and the little signal that says turn on, but this wasn't turning on. So put a new one of these in. Hard to do this with one hand, but you get the point. You got to put that back on there. Then hook your hose back up. Again, hard to do with one hand, and tighten it down and plug your sensor in. Okay, so now it's all back together. I'm going to go into the scan tool and I'm going to do a key on, engine off test. And I'll show you a different way to test this without a scan tool, but go ahead and do this, tell it okay. And it's gonna do a functional test of a few things, and the cooling fan is gonna be one of them. So the cooling fan we should hear turn on. You might be able to hear other clicks going on. There's the cooling fan. And now it shuts the cooling fan off. And it says everything's hunky-dory. So let me show you another way to test to see if the cooling fans are working without having a scan tool. And all you have to do is get into the vehicle, start it, turn the air conditioning on, and then go check the fans. And now you can see that number 2 fan is running with the air conditioning on. Right now the number 1 fan is not working. It's not on because the engine doesn't need it. But the number 2 fan you can see is running. As soon as the engine gets up to operating temp and the computer decides that the other one needs it, it will turn on the other fan. Hopefully this helps you out with your cooling fan problem and you see how easy it is to do. If you want to get one of these lights, they're great for under hood lighting when you're working on it, then the link will be down in the description of how you can get one of these lights. Or you want to get one of these scan tools with the Bluetooth adapter to plug into your car. It comes in a nice carry case. So if you like this kind of content, then please consider subscribing. Now get out there and find your own path.